Hello everyone, and now I want to make a quick video, honestly just talking about the Dead Space remake. We are getting, updates about it. We are seeing things about it. At least I'm seeing stuff about it, on Twitter, posted from Twitter account, Twitter accounts like, Rule Time Space. They've been showing, things from the Dead Space remake and updates. Updates about, stuff that's going to be in the remake and all that. And honestly, I don't think I'm going to get it. I don't think I'm going to buy the Dead Space remake simply because one, I have the original Dead Space on 360. And the thing is, I love the original Dead Space. Dead Space 1 is probably one of my favorite horror games of all time. I absolutely love it. Dead Space 2, I'm not a huge fan of. I haven't played Dead Space 3 yet. I'm probably going to replay Dead Space 2 and see if my opinions change. But last time I played Dead Space 2, I honestly wasn't a huge fan of it. But I'm probably going to replay it anyway. Uh, but I'm a huge fan of the original Dead Space, and honestly, seeing what the remake is going to do, like it's interesting, but I don't like it. I don't like it. One, just how Isaac looks in the remake. He looks absolutely terrible. Isaac Clarke. He just looks so terrible in the remake, and it's like, why did you ruin him? Why did you ruin Isaac's face? Why? He looked perfect in the original, and he also had his own look. In the remake, he honestly just looks like any generic man, and it's just like, why did you make him look this way? And I've seen how Nicole looks, and Nicole looks like she's in her 60s for some reason, even though like I think in Dead Space she's supposed to be like in her 30s. Like I think both her and Isaac are supposed to be like in their 30s or 20s. And for some reason in the remake she looks like she's in her 60s, and it's like, why make her look that way? Also, in in a clip that Real Time Space showed on Twitter, like showing like the beginning of the game, we see a little bit of Kidman, and dude, she doesn't look good. They even ruined Kidman, and it's like, come on, I really liked her character. Same thing with Isaac. Like, why are you ruining how all these characters look? This is a remake. These are people making, like, in quote unquote, improving the graphics, and it looks worse than what the original game looked like. But that's not even my biggest problem I have already. With Dead Space remake, and it's not even out yet. My biggest problem is, it was revealed that Isaac is actually going to talk throughout throughout the Dead Space remake. Okay, I I never really liked him talking in Dead Space 2. Like I felt like he talked way too much. He didn't add anything to the game. And him not talking at Dead Space one, it made me really like feel like I was playing as Isaac, and I was Isaac. And two, it added to the horror. He wasn't spouting his mouth off every 5 seconds. He was quiet. Meanwhile, now with the Dead Space remake, I feel like he's going to do what, frankly, a lot of horror game characters who have a voice do. They will just say generic stuff. They'll probably say like fuck over and over and over again, and not add anything to the game or the story at all, which, in my opinion, was the case in Dead Space 2. Either way, I'm not happy that now it seems like Isaac, Isaac is gonna talk now throughout Dead Space One. I don't like how the characters look. It's probably gonna play the same or close to the same with how it was originally, and it probably just don't have the same story. But honestly, I don't think I'm gonna get Dead Space remake. Honestly, if I want to play Dead Space, I'm going to play the original version on the 360, which I'm doing right now. I'm playing the 360 version of Dead Space, and I absolutely love it. And also, if I wanted a modern version of Dead Space, I'll play the Callisto Protocol. I've seen gameplay of that game, and that game is basically just Dead Space with a different title. And I know there's issues with it, but I want to try it out. I want to get my own opinion. So if I want to play a modern version of Dead Space, I'll play the Callisto Protocol, which I'm planning on playing it anyway, no matter what the reviews are. So yeah, this is just a quick video I wanted to make, and frankly, I'm not buying the Dead Space remake. If you guys want to, you can go ahead, but I'm personally not. I feel like they are ruining stuff that didn't need to be fixed. But all this is minor stuff. Visuals and them talking. It's minor stuff. It's nothing to do with the game. Hell, we don't even know how the game plays because it hasn't even come out yet. Just I don't think I'm going to buy the Dead Space remake because I already have Dead Space for the 360, and I can just play with backwards compatibility like I am doing right now. So I'm saving my money, and if I'm going to play a modern version of Dead Space, I'm just going to play the Callisto Protocol. That's just me. You don't have to do that. That's just how I feel.